they're stinky, they're hard to use, you have to wash them, and they cause diaper rash. Who in their right mind would do cloth diapers? Hi, my name's Crystal. I'm a mother of 4, private flute teacher, and I love cloth diapers. In this video, we're going to dive into the pros and cons of disposables versus cloth and talk about why so many moms are switching and debunk some myths about cloth diapers. First up, you know what this is. It's a disposable diaper. Disposable diapers consist of cellulose, which is a fibrous wood pulp, and super absorbent polymer. It holds a ton of pee. It has a very thin plastic cover on it to keep it all contained. And we all know that chemically pee-wee poopy smell that you can smell a mile away. So there's our disposable diaper. Cloth diapers, on the other hand, consist of an absorbent material such as cotton, bamboo, hemp, or microfiber contained within a waterproof TPU or PUL. TPU meaning thermoplastic polyurethane, and a PUL, PUL, polyester urethane laminate. They're either PUL or TPU. So let's talk about the pros and cons. Disposables are so thin and trim. They're thin to pack. They're slim on baby, at least until baby pees. Then they puff up. We've all seen that, right? They hold so much, you can just throw it away. They're easy, so easy. The cons of disposables, though, and we all know these cons, they stink, don't they? Your baby has a poopy, you can smell it a mile away. You have to store the poop either in a diaper pail or take it straight out to the dumpster. You have to wait till the trash truck comes and picks it up. So you're holding on to that. You always have to ask where to throw them away. At least you should if you're in public or someone else's home. It's just polite to ask, where do you store that diaper? They're expensive, and it really feels like a waste because if your baby pees at once, you still need to change it and throw it away. Even though it's capable of holding 10 gallons, your baby soils it and then you just have to throw it away. And that's a ton of garbage that's going to the landfill. They're made with chemicals, and those chemicals are against your baby's body. They're subject to inflation. The price of your diapers can change at any moment. And you don't have a choice but to pay that change because you have to have diapers. If it accidentally ends up in the wash, it makes a big, big mess in your washing machine. And if you're laughing, it's because it's happened to you. It's definitely happened to me. Let's talk about the benefits of a cloth diaper now. You never run out of diapers. You never have to run to the store at 3 in the morning or, heaven forbid, on New Year's or Christmas because you ran out of diapers and you didn't realize that you were running low. So you never ever run out. You just throw them in the wash and wash them if you need more. They only leak if they're neglected. Disposables all leak. They are especially prone to blowouts with that newborn poo that just goes everywhere. Newborn diapers are less prone to leaking unless you just leave it on your baby forever and forget to change them. They don't stink. I discovered this. You can't smell them unless you get your nose right up close and you can sniff and say, oh, okay, yeah, baby's dirty. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to change my baby. I take off the diapers and, oh, you're poopy. Good to know. You can change them as often as you want. There's not that guilty feeling of wondering whether you should change it or let it go a little bit longer. They save money in the long run. They're expensive up front, but if you look at the total cost of diapering, you're going to save money. The cons of cloth diaper. You do have to prep them. You do have to wash them. They do take a little bit more time. They take more time to take on and off, and overall they take just a little bit more time. They're bulky. They're quite puffy, just like your disposable diaper at full P. That's about how bulky a cloth diaper is. And you can't tell when they're soiled. They don't have the blue line, so you have to stick your finger in to test it or smell it. It's tricky to figure out when to change it. And there's more laundry, more water. So the ugly truth is, we all have to diaper. Diapers aren't pretty, and they both have a yuck factor. So let's dive into the myths. People think that cloth diapers are yucky, and I know because I was one of those. I used to do disposables and now I do cloth. I thought they were gross. But let's compare gross factors. So looking at disposables, use thin wipes to wipe up the poo. You can smell them a mile away. You store the poop until trash day, and there's only a thin sheet of plastic separating you from the pee or poo. Let's look at cloth, the yuck factor of cloth. You have a thick wipe to wipe off your baby so you're not as intimate with their poop. You can't smell them till you're right up close. You don't store the poop, you have to wash it or dump it in the toilet. So that is a yuck factor. You store the dirties for 1 to 2 days before washing them. So that might, it could be the equivalent of disposables in the sense you're still storing a dirty diaper. But there's several layers of cloth and this TPU between you and baby. So it's not like that thin layer of plastic where it just kind of feels gross to hold. You can hold a soiled cloth diaper and it doesn't feel yucky in your hands. I've heard this so many times that you're not actually saving money because you have to buy detergent, you have to buy the diapers, you're using water, you're using electricity, you're using gas to heat the water. So we went through and we priced everything out, and the good news is it depends on how many kids you're going to have. If you're having 1 kid, you have a budget of about $576 total, including your water, your detergent, and everything, and it's absolutely doable. If you have 2 children, your budget is about $840. For 3 children, it's $1,260. Now let's look at the cost of disposables. My husband and I started keeping a very detailed budget sheet in 2019. Our first baby was born in 2018, so I know exactly how much money we spent on diapers alone, not including wipes. Diapers alone from 2019 to 2023, when we switched to cloth, we spent $1,002.40. That's not including the first year, because remember, our baby was born in 2018. We started keeping track of cost in 2019. $1,000, guys, to get from 2019 to 2023. That's 4 years and 3 kids. So to keep within that budget you're definitely saving money. So 1 child is in diapers for about 2 years. The average per month, when we took how much we spent and averaged it out, that was $23.86 per month. Doesn't sound like much, but it really adds up. So long as you stay within your budget for how many kids you're going to have, then it's very, very easy to break even. Cloth diapering ruins your washing machine, and the answer is false. I've been diapering for almost a year now. 2 kids. I started with a 1-year-old baby and now I have a newborn, and we flush the poo and the pee through it and it does not stink. If your washing machine is stinking, it's because your detergent is bad. Simply put. If you have good detergent and a good wash routine, your washing machine will not stink. It will not ruin your machine. If you're concerned, you can always run some vinegar through your machine, but you're supposed to do that anyway, especially if you have hard water, just to preserve the cleanliness and the functionality of your machine. Like we talked before, they don't stink. They don't stink. If they're smelling, it's because your detergent's bad. Defer to the laundry issue. They don't stink when they're on the baby. They don't stink when they're out. If they smell, detergent's no good. Let's talk about this. So with a disposable diaper, it's plastic and you're putting the plastic against your baby. Disposables hold pee way more than it needs to, and so a lot of parents tend to leave the diaper on their baby. The things that cause diaper rash are lack of airflow, overexposure to poop, and overexposure to pee. What makes more sense that causes diaper rash then? A disposable that is plastic covered, not breathable at all, full of chemicals, and you leave it on for too long, or a cloth diaper that is very breathable and you change it frequently, and so long as you don't leave it on for too long in the child's pee and poop, then they're not going to get a rash. If they're extremely susceptible to rash, you can always use coconut oil on their bum. You just rub it in. That's cloth diaper safe. If they have a rash and you need to get rid of it, then you just use liquid antacid. Yeah, like the stuff you use for heartburn, just put it on the baby's bottom. It protects them from that acidy poop. Microfiber has a tendency to lead to diaper rash. I think it's because although they hold a ton of pee, they also wring out. Therefore, the pee is squished against the baby and they're just more exposed to the pee. Never, ever, ever, ever put microfiber directly against your baby's bum. It's abrasive. It will cause a rub rash. So we actually timed this. What we did is we took a disposable diaper change, timed it, and a cloth diaper change. With the disposable, we took a disposable off of baby, put a new one on, took the soiled disposable to the trash. We also timed how long it takes to take a package, to open a package of disposables and put them away. We also timed how long it takes to place an Amazon subscription for disposables and change the size on that subscription. The cloth, we did the same. We took off a cloth, put one on, took it to the laundry hamper, and then we even timed how long it takes to wash. Now this is active involvement time, not passive, because your washing machine doesn't involve you. So we put the dirties in the wash, started a pre-wash cycle. Then we went back and we started a deep wash cycle. When it was finished, we switched it to the dryer, and then we took the clean diaper, stuffed it, and put it back, and we used a Nora's Nursery pocket diaper. Okay, now that we've looked at the pros and cons and timed everything and debunked some myths, I want to tell you why I switched. My husband and I chose to switch mostly for cost, but we started thinking about it back during COVID. During this time, our subscription was suspended and we didn't have diapers. It was scary. The supply chain went down. We couldn't buy diapers from the store. There were no diapers. So we looked into doing cloth, but the cost was so high that we decided not to do it at that time. We had diapers in our 72-hour kit, and that's how we got by. Fast forward a few years and a few kids later, the cost of our diapers went from $36 a box to over $40 a box. We decided to revisit the topic. And when I realized that putting diapers in a landfill was causing more environmental problems than using a couple extra gallons of water to wash, I decided it was time to change. We ordered a cheap batch and we gave it a try and we loved it. Now that I am diapering, my reasons for starting are different than my reasons for continuing. My husband and I were always bickering about whether a diaper was full or not. It was stressful wondering whether I should change it or not. The cost was there. The stink was there. We were always fighting about whether we should store it in the diaper pail or take it to the trash, and then where to put the trash can because it stunk and we couldn't get away from the stink. I don't have to worry about that with cloth. I rinse it out, dump the poop out, it's gone, no stink. Another thing that I love is just I never run out. I never run out. Those are the reasons why I love cloth. I would love to hear why you love cloth or don't love cloth. So feel free to post in the comments below your story of why you do disposables or why you do cloth, and if you do cloth, why you decided to switch.